Thank you so much. Now we are presenting a composition on a tabla. Let me introduce my instrument today. Left side to me is a pakhavaj. That is an ancient Indian percussion instrument. The Lord Shiva, when he used to dance it, his accompaniment Nandi used to play this pakhavaj. This is that old instrument. And over the time, when there is a modernism come into Indian classical music, the same part of this pakhavaj becomes separate, and then they become a tabla, which is our Indian classical modern instrument. So today we are having a both experience of ancient instrument as well as the tabla, that is modern instrument. And I feel you don't need any introduction to this instrument. This is our identity. This is our India. This is our Lord Krishna's ancient instrument, flute. And right side to me, they are accompanying me on a tanpura. It's a drone. It's a frequency that we play on the sa, and we all are together trying to do kind of puja, and that whatever we are playing right now is a spontaneous music. It's not a pre-planned music. We are doing a spontaneous kind of music. So now we are presenting a composition in a 7-beat. The name of the tal is a rupak. Now we'll be presenting a trio composition where you will see the tabla and pakhavaj, the ancient and the modern instrument, going neck to neck and accompanying the flute. Please enjoy Tal Teen Tal in Rag Ahir Bhairav. Thank you so much. And we will now conclude our recital with a very small bhajan, which is very close to our everyone's heart, and then we'll proceed further. Deep chant. Deep chant. Deep chant.
Good morning and welcome to the 45th Foundation Day celebration of the Pride of Odisha, representing India globally, National Aluminium Company Limited. At the very outset, let me thank the wonderful flautist from the Gurukul of Padma Vibhushan, Guru Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji, his team led by on flute Shri Digvijay Singh Chauhan, on tabla Shri Rakesh Behra, on pakhavaj Shri Tarini Das, and on tanpura Shri Binod Das for the amazing rendition this morning and for making this ambience so pious. Thank you so much. We'll be getting ready with the stage arrangement in a couple of minutes. अपना सामान ले जाइए, अपना सामान ले जाइए जल्दी. 45 years down the line, on this day, 7th of January 1981, the foundation stone was laid in a very humble way in one of the remotest districts of this country at Damanjodi in Koraput, but with a lofty ambition of making this country self-sufficient in aluminium making. Today, 45 years down the line, we stand tall as one of the proudest organizations of this country, one of the most successful public sector enterprise, and today we are here to celebrate the glory of NALCO and its journey of 45 years as a proud organization. On behalf of the NALCO family, we extend a very hearty welcome to our esteemed directors, led by Shri Ramesh Chandra Joshi, Director Finance, and Mrs. Kamini Joshi, Shri Sadasiv Samantrai, Director Commercial, and Mrs. Samantrai, Shri Pankaj Kumar Sharma, Director Production, Shri Jagdish Arora, Director Projects and Technical Technology, Dr. Tapas Kumar Patnaik, our new Director HR, Shri Pranab Jyoti Nath, IAS, CVO of NALCO, and Shri Patel, who has come all the way from Gujarat to be with us in this occasion, our independent director. Sir, thoda khade ho jaye, dekh lenge. We also extend a very hearty welcome to the ex-CMDs of NALCO, led by Dr. S.K. Tamotia, Shri C.R. Pradhan, Shri Gadadhar Upadhyay, Shri N.R. Mohanty, and last but not the least, Shri Sridhar Patra and Srimati Sasmita Patra. We also extend a very hearty welcome to our distinguished guests present today, ex-directors of NALCO, former executive directors of NALCO, entire NALCO family, our invited guests and well-wishers, and we are indeed honored to extend a very hearty welcome to the main attraction, to the chief attraction of this Foundation Day lecture series, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy, distinguished spiritual thinker, writer and philanthropist, along with several of his followers who have come here and his entire team which has come with him from Gurgaon. We extend a very hearty welcome to you, sir. May I request GM Administration, Shri Chittaranjan Bisoi, to kindly escort our Chief Speaker, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy, and Director Finance NALCO, Shri Ramesh Chandra Joshi, to the dais. Atithi Devo Bhava. So let us start by welcoming our esteemed dignitaries on the dais. May I request Director Finance, Shri Ramesh Chandra Joshi ji, to kindly felicitate and welcome our distinguished speaker, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy, with a sapling which symbolizes prosperity, peace, and revival, and a uttariya which is a mark of respect. On behalf of the NALCO collective, we would also like to extend a hearty welcome to our beloved Director of Finance, who is presiding over currently as the CMD here, because our CMD's joining procedure is still going on. Our new CMD is likely to join today, but his joining procedure is still not complete, and we are all having the senior most director, Shri Ramesh Chandra Joshi ji. I'll request Company Secretary, Shri Bharat Sahu, to kindly welcome and felicitate Shri Ramesh Chandra Joshi. Also, Guruji has brought a shawl which he wants to present to Joshi ji, and that is through Joshi ji to entire NALCO collective. Bharat Sahu ko diyo, support side. Support again. The celebrations of Foundation Day have already commenced, and the first celebration has been at the Konta Bansuni temple at Damanjadi, which has started from 5 in the morning. And everything auspicious must start with paying our tributes, our obeisance to the Almighty. And what better way to start this wonderful morning by lighting of the ceremonial lamp. I'll request our distinguished dignitaries on the dais, as well as directors of the dais, Director Commercial, Director Production, Director PNT, Director HR and CVO to please join for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp.
मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता। मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम चले एक रास्ते पे हमसे।
As the lighting is being done, I request all of you to please rise in your seats.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे, भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना।
If there is one connection which binds all of us, it's our love for NALCO. We are all united in one thing, that we want to see good about NALCO, and all of us love NALCO. And let's rise for the NALCO anthem and pay salute to this organization for which all of us are here.
Jaya Jaya NALCO Manam, Jaya Jaya NALCO Ganam, Jaya Jaya NALCO Manam, Jaya Jaya NALCO Ganam, Gagana Pavana Dhana Kanana Kunje, Madhuram NALCO Tanam, Atula Vibhavamai Bharata Janani, सफलं नवमभियानं, मधुरं NALCO मानं, जय जय NALCO गानं। तनु मन हृदयं नीलय मित्र, नव नव प्रगति विलासे। जागृहि श्रमधन जागृहि लोक, सुविपुल शिल्प विकासे। सफलं नवमभियानं, मधुरं NALCO मानं, जय जय NALCO धरणी मण्डन, विहसति ते मम देशः। भवने भुवने गगने पवने, विलसतु NALCO विभाषः। तव वरणीय सुवेशं, मधुरं NALCO मानं, जय जय NALCO धरणी मण्डन, विहसति ते मम देशः। भवने भुवने गगने पवने।
Now I'd like to request Shri R.C. Joshi, Director of Finance, to please come forward and for the welcome address.
Respected Guruji, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy ji, fellow directors, Sri Sadasiv Samantray ji, Sri Pankaj Kumar Sarma ji, Sri Jagdish Arora ji, Sri Tapas Kumar Patnaik ji, CVO Sri Pranab Jyoti Nath ji, Independent Director Sri Sanjay Kumar Patel ji, distinguished guests and dear NALCOnians. It is indeed a moment of immense pride and privilege for me to welcome you all to the 22nd edition of the NALCO Foundation Day Lecture Series. This annual event has grown to become a symbol of our shared commitment to excellence, a reflection of our enduring values, and a celebration of our collective achievements. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt welcome to our esteemed former CMDs, directors, and NALCO employees whose tireless efforts and visionary leadership have laid the strong foundation on which we continue to build. Respected sirs and madams, your presence here today is just not an honor, but a testament to the legacy you have entrusted to us. No Foundation Day celebration would be complete without acknowledging your invaluable contributions. I also extend my warm greetings to all members of the unions and associations, as well as employees from all our units who are the heart and soul of NALCO. Your dedication and diligence drive our success and chart the course for our future. A special welcome goes out to our stakeholders and members of the media, both electronic and print, who have been instrumental in showcasing NALCO as a sought-after name in the aluminum industry. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are privileged to have with us a distinguished guest, a renowned spiritual thinker, author, philanthropist, and former IPS officer, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy ji. On behalf of the entire NALCO family, I express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Satpathy ji for accepting our invitation despite his busy schedule. His presence enriches this event, and we eagerly look forward to his insights on ethical corporate management. Dr. Satpathy's illustrious career, marked by gallantry awards and his pivotal roles as the Chief Vigilance Officer in leading PSUs such as IOCL and ONGC, stands as a beacon of integrity and excellence. An MPhil graduate from the Indian Institute of Public Administration, he embodies a rare blend of professional acumen and spiritual wisdom. Sir, it is our great honor to have you address us today. The NALCO Foundation Lecture Series began in 2002 with none other than Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam inaugurating the tradition. Over the years, this platform has been graced by luminaries such as Dr. Sam Pitroda, Dr. J.J. Irani, Sri Pranab Mukherjee, Sri Montek Singh Ahluwalia, Dr. E. Sridharan, and Sri Deepak Misra, among others. Each of these eminent personalities have left an indelible mark on our hearts and minds, inspiring us to strive for greater heights. Today, we continue this rich tradition with Dr. Satpathy ji, whose life and work epitomize values such as love, empathy, compassion, simplicity, humility, and devotion. His journey from a celebrated professional to a humanitarian leader inspires millions across the globe and reinforces the essence of ethical living. This Foundation Day is a time to honor our past, celebrate our present, and envision our future. It is an occasion to acknowledge the relentless efforts of our pioneers whose vision and hard work have made NALCO a global aluminum major. The fruits of their labor are evident in the pride and recognition we enjoy today. As we step into 2025, this week, which brings together the new year and our Foundation Day, calls upon us to align our personal goal with the company's vision and mission. Let us pledge to break new records, achieve greater milestones, and further strengthen our sense of belonging to this remarkable organization. To the NALCO family, stakeholders, and well-wishers, your support and enthusiasm have been the driving force behind our success. The smiles and energy of this allied gathering reflect the collective zeal that propels us forward year after year. As we embark on another year of challenges and opportunities, let us move forward with confidence, humility, and a renewed commitment to excellence. Together, we will continue to uphold NALCO's legacy and shape its future. With this, I extend my warm wishes for a happy, peaceful, and prosperous New Year 2025. Let us make this year another remarkable chapter in NALCO's illustrious journey. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Utkal.
Thank you so much, Shri R.C. Joshi, Director of Finance. Some people do not need an introduction, and one of them is obviously Guruji on stage. But like NALCO, Guruji is also born in Odisha, represents the country globally. We will have, the accolades are so many, the honors are so many across the world. We'll have a short audio-visual introduction of Guruji, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy.
Dr. Chandra Bhanu, author, humanitarian, and spiritual thinker. In 1972, he was selected for the prestigious Indian Police Service and was conferred the prestigious Police Medal for Gallantry, Police Medal for Meritorious Services, and Police Medal for Distinguished Service during his glorious professional career. Dr. Satpathy has chosen the medium of writing books, delivering speeches, encouraging art, culture, classical and devotional music, for assimilating and amalgamating different cultures and communities across continents. He is a multilingual writer of eminence. With many titles in English, Hindi, and Odia languages, Dr. Satpathy has written more than 60 books on cosmology, cosmogony, philosophy, Indian culture and spirituality, life and teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, as well as other saints of India, in English, Hindi, and Odia languages. Many of his books have been translated into Indian regional languages and 5 international languages. Dr. Satpathy, an accomplished lyricist, has written and composed many spiritual renditions in Hindi, Odia, and Sanskrit, which are available in more than 40 music albums. Leading music houses of India, like the Times Music, Saregama, and T-Series, have released some of these albums sung by renowned Indian singers. Over 250 spiritual and philanthropic centers created under the inspiration and guidance of Dr. Satpathy across India and other countries like USA, New Zealand, Australia, UK, and few countries in Europe are engaged in charitable and philanthropic activities like conducting health camps, distributing food and clothing to the needy, and running charitable dispensaries, etc. Dr. Satpathy has inspired the organizations under his patronage all across the globe to come forward and assist those who are needy. Financial assistance was provided to Starship Foundation, Auckland, to help flood-affected people of Fiji. In Dallas, USA, under his patronage, financial assistance was provided to Lily Foundation. He is the chief patron of leading educational institutions like Shirdi Sai Public School, Moradabad, Uttar Pradesh, Sai International School, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and Silver Oak Academy, Shirdi, Maharashtra. For his scholastic achievements, he has been conferred with honoris causa from 6 Indian universities. Mr. Phil Goff, Honourable Member of Parliament, Mount Roskill, Auckland, New Zealand, facilitated Dr. C.B. Satpathy as Outstanding Global Humanitarian in 2016 at the Global Shirdi Sai Devotees Summit. OSUK, which was established 42 years ago, to look after the social and cultural needs of Odiyas settled in the United Kingdom, facilitated Dr. C.B. Satpathy in 2017. Dr. Satpathy delivered a talk on Indian spirituality and culture, relevance in the contemporary world, in 2017 at a special event organized in the House of Commons, London. WASITRAC, Washington State India Trade Relation Action Committee, honored Dr. Satpathy with the Building Bridges Across the Nations Award in 2012 for his immense contributions in connecting the whole world through his literary excellence and humanitarian endeavors. Recognizing the role of Dr. Satpathy towards spreading the core values of peace, respect, and compassion towards all, he was invited by the U.S. House of Representatives to open the House session on June the 24th, 2015, as guest chaplain. This is a unique honor ever bestowed upon an Indian citizen.
O Lord, by your will, we are born in different nations, speak different languages, and follow different religions and cultures.
In the year 2016 in Dallas, USA, Justice John Edward Payton facilitated and honored Dr. Satpathy on the occasion of Dr. Satpathy's first speech as guest chaplain.
అందులో గురూజీ గౌరవనీయులు డాక్టర్ చంద్ర భాను సత్పథి గారు రాసినటువంటి పుస్తకాలు ఆ దిశలో ఈ తరం వాళ్లకు ఉపయోగపడతాయనేటువంటి విషయాన్ని ఈ సందర్భంగా మనం చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ శ్రీ గురు భాగవతం అంటే ఇదేదో రిటైర్ అయినటువంటి వ్యక్తులకు అని కాదు. కాబట్టి తప్పకుండా ఆ దిశలో ఈ తరం వాళ్లకు, నవతరం వాళ్లకు, భావితరం వాళ్లకు ఆధ్యాత్మికమైనటువంటి మన సంస్కృతి సాంప్రదాయాల గురించి తెలియజేయాల్సినటువంటి బాధ్యత మనందరిపైన ఉన్నదనే విషయాన్ని ఈ సందర్భంగా మనవి చేస్తా ఉన్నాను. मैं फिर एक बात, मैं तेलंगाना का जनता की ओर से, मेरा कल्चर मिनिस्ट्री और टूरिज्म मिनिस्ट्री की ओर से, भारत सरकार की ओर से भी मैं गुरु डॉक्टर चंद्र भानु सत्पथी जी को हृदय से मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ. आपका कार्यक्रम के द्वारा, आपका संदेश के द्वारा आने वाले दिन में भी देश के पूरे समाज को एक डायरेक्शन, मार्गदर्शन देने के लिए मैं फिर एक बार हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूँ. ये रास्ता में आगे बढ़ते जाना चाहिए, हमारे जैसे लोगों को और डायरेक्शन देना चाहिए, ध्यान देना चाहिए. इस शब्द के साथ मैं फिर एक बात को आज के पारपलों को मैं चरण से स्पर्श करते हुए नमस्कार करता हूँ. जय हिंद, भारत माता की जय.
As many people who have had a long-standing relationship with him say, even a short meeting with Dr. Satpathy may change one's life forever. Walking hand in hand with people of all strata of society, Dr. Satpathy has touched everyone to the core with his unique way of belongingness and benevolence.
With this brief introduction of Guruji, I will not stand between you and Guruji, who has come all the way to bless us. Inviting Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy, Guruji, to give his keynote address on the topic Ethical Corporate Management at the 22nd edition of NALCO's Foundation Day Lecture. Over to Guruji.
Jai Sri Jagannatha Swami. Online, addressing Sanjay Lohia ji, Additional Secretary. Mr. Joshi, who is here, Senior Most Director, other directors, stakeholders, labor unions, wherever they work, all ranks and files of this organization, honorable guests, press, and some of the personal people who have come with me. I would like to address in English. Basically, in the middle, I will intersperse with Hindi. That's the national language because your company is all over spread. I'm happy here because Mr. D.N. Padhi, ex-mine secretary, who has done a lot for your company, is also with his wife, Deepa Padhi, there, who is a professor. We have got the ex-HR director. Will you please stand up, my friend? You know him, IOCL. IOCL won't leave me. We have got General Mahanti, Vice Chief of Army, Odisha, from India. They're the pride of us. And many more were to come, but I discouraged. I didn't know whether your protocol allows all that. I'm here and I'm feeling very happy because I feel like what I felt when I was CBO IOC. One which has got the highest standards of HR and ethics, I know. I'm feeling at home. This is your annual report. Frankly, I didn't have the time to go through all that. You are a known company. You are a company who has brought pride to India in the Asian level in certain areas. Bauxite, aluminium, highest production. I can go on speaking in corporate terms, but I would not like to speak in corporate terms because sometimes language hides more than speaks. I'll speak in normal man's language. In your company, three things I was seeing from my short interaction with people. One is you have never failed profit earning and escalating. Second, your activities are increasing and you have created social responsibility is pretty well, including the retired persons. I was surprised in IOC when they called the retired persons as CBO. After 70, you've got a program for the retired persons. You take your employees till the end. Even that is a very good thing. You should be clapped for that. This is the gist. When Sanjay Lohia told me to come, then he said he can't come. I said, if you can't come, nothing else is going to happen. Be where you are. I'm happy Mr. Patra is there. Mr. Chand was there. This is my third encounter with you. Mr. Chand, when he was the chief here, he asked me to go to Damanjodi, Shirdi Sai Baba temple and all. And last time, Mr. Patra and his wife, both are sitting in that corner. He gave me Kalidas Samman Sanskrit, one of my books that was discussed in World Sanskrit Sammelan in 1912 in Delhi by PM, that Bhavan, for Sanskrit. I could not come. I lost the chance, I lost Damanjodi. They gave me ₹1,00,000, which I have given to their welfare fund. Because you honor a man, that's it. After all this, I've yet made some points. But if you want me to go through those points, I'll go, but I'll come to my points of interpretation differently. Basically, we must understand the fundamentals. Higher languages in corporate sector, which I've been doing for 5 years, IOC with 3 subsidiary companies, ONGC with 3 subsidiary, MRPL was created at the time, new OVL, and IOC at there was 7, 8, and then for 13 years I was in Petronet LNG, a director of corporate strategy and security, so I know what companies mean exactly. I would not like to come back on that why PSUs were created, what is the relevance of PSUs in India today. It has changed a lot. It will then take you to different tangents altogether. And my friend, Mr. D.N. Padhi, who was your mines secretary, had forbidden me, told me not to take things which he will not like. What do you say, Mr. Padhi? Actually, the word ethics, let me say, has been variedly interpreted. Variedly interpreted. It is moral principles and values. It is professional codes of conduct, medical ethics, business ethics, etc. Business ethics again refers to moral principles and values that guide behavior in the business world setup. जैसे राजधर्म, धर्म, गृह धर्म, पारिवारिक धर्म, कौटुंबिक धर्म, व्यवसायिक धर्म. The word dharma is there. It is not the religious dharma. Ethics here we are not calling about the religious or philosophical or spiritual issue, although they are the basis of everything else. Those principles that holds people together. If ethics were not there, the organization would hold together. It may be at any of the 5 stages: planning, process, people, personnel, product, and also customer. Any of these stages. There is ethical behavior in each of the setup. And they must intermix. They must be intertwined with the same logic. For what? What does the company wants? Any company in the world, I was telling that to the students, highest quality, highest quantity, minimum time, minimum cost. The philosophy of any company will be minimum cost, minimum time, highest quality, highest quantity principle. The only point added is to be Mr. Joshi, finance friend, is sustainability. Without ethics, even if the 4 happens, sustainability won't happen. I'll qualify. Even if you have highest quality, highest quantity, minimum cost, minimum time, still sustainability will not happen. I'll give an example, little far-fetched though, imagine. The highest brain that created science in the minimum time, minimum cost, highest quality of the warfare was Hitler at that time. That technology he had created, science secretary General Mahanti would be here with me, was taken away the foreign countries after the Second World War. But what happened then? Why didn't it sustain? Highest, if these are the parameters, highest quality, highest quantity, minimum cost, minimum time, then he did everything within a few years. Then why did it happen? Because there's something missing, which every organization has to see. How, while creating that, how happily people did it. How happily people did it. And end point is, how was the product used for what happiness or service? So this is the main point. In the corporate sector also, therefore, All those who are listening to me, please understand, we are all joining services because some of the happiness for family, for the nation. You have national contribution, no doubts. You have family also. You have a personal ego also, working also. There's some amount of averaged happiness. Everybody seeks. Everybody. Mind little sounds, less sound, please. So happiness. While producing it, see that what Mr. Tata has said. If it is a company is for profit only, I will not do it. It has other causes, national causes. Look at Mr. Tata's statement. Okay. But then I'll come back to this ethical standardization. Basically, business ethics refers to moral principles. First is respect for stakeholders, not cheating the stakeholders indirectly. What you project, what you say is not that. Underlining wordings of a contract, interpretation later on by different measures is one of the problems of ethicality. Integrity, again the word. Honesty, transparency, accountability in all business dealings. Generic. Fairness in all business interactions. What does that fairness means? Employment practices, marketing and contracting. Let's go back. What does they mean exactly? Responsibility for the impact of business decisions on stakeholders and on the environment. And then compliance with the regulations, industry, etc. This is what is the classical view. The classical view was profit maximization. Responsibility. How did the industrialization came? In the late 19th century, Bismarck and Garibaldi and all that, when agricultural land was sold and industry was created. Then only labor unions were created because they were only for profit. You work as many hours you like, I'll pay you. There was nothing else at the time, nothing. They all died of tuberculosis and other things. Then the thing comes, then Labor Acts Union, capitalism, socialism, anarchism, all sorts of things came. Then at the time comes. Whether these laborers, these people working, are properly given the impetus to work, that will come. Because every employee or officer will work the best with a theory of MacGregor behavioral science. MacGregor written behavioral science. The theory is called self-fulfilling prophecy. I've tried it myself. What happened? And that is because of the organic formula for organization, not mechanistic. Merge these two concepts. It will help you in explaining. Organized. A body, your company, there is a profit, finance, all that you know. Is it an organic organization or a mechanistic organization? A mechanistic organization means parts have a use, the moment it is not, it is thrown. Maruti car ka पहिया. Organic कहता है, in a mechanistic society, if a car is injured, पैर puncture हो गया तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, exchange कर लो. पर ऑर्गेनिक अगर हो तो उंगली में अगर पेन ढुक जाए तो पेन होल बॉडी को होता है. If there is pain in the finger, it affects the whole body. That's the organic attitude of the organization. If the employee is in dire, an employee or somebody has got blood cancer, AML2, and he knows that the child will remain for short, we have to go to that one step ahead. You can't bind it by corporate laws. That is where comes your empathy and not your sympathy. People don't like sympathy. They are in a weaker stage, you are in a stronger stage. Or the compulsion forces them to accept it. Empathy means feeling the same as me. I'm happy to know that your corporation is doing in disaster management. When tragedy is coming, you are going out that one step forward. That one step forward, actually human rights or humanness or human resources, that is humane resources. Are you human have got a human situation every form? Tata said, apart from values and ethics, which Mr. Tata, to quote, quoting, apart from values and ethics which I have tried to live by, the legacy I would like to leave behind is that I have always stood up for what I consider to be right or wrong, right thing. And I have tried to be fair and equitable as I could be. I know you have all compulsions. I have compulsions. Please ask them to stop. We are all having compulsions. Within that compulsory work, I understand that. You have got political complexion, you have got administrative complexion, all these complexities. I'll mostly now I will focus on the human complexities that affect the organization. I can go saying that yes, your contracts should be honest, promises should be kept, accounting should be done, auditing should be done, vigilance should do this, everybody should do this, all that. There means nothing. You have got 2-3 bodies, statutory, which are audit committee, you have got the directors board, you have got the CVO, etc. doing it. But what are you exactly trying to do with these bodies, regulatory bodies, for ethical enforcement? Ethical enforcement is for production and development. I was CVO, my first statement was, my dear CVO, is that CVO, this vigilance is made for the company and not company for the vigilance. First statement. So attitude of the vigilance or any inquiring body inside the company for fault finding out. And vigilance is not necessarily fault finding out, it's a fact finding out. Don't misunderstand. Somebody should do this job, the unpleasant job. It has to fault find out, fact finding out. And number 3, its activities should go in changing the rules and regulations where necessary through the experience. And 4th thing, my dear CVO, it is not for punitive finding faults, it is more for protecting honest than killing the dishonest. That one attitude I request I have held. In a particular case, before promotion, a man was to go to director, some inquiry, this is very favorite game in PSUs, inquiry आएगा, पड़ा रहेगा, चलता रहा, लटका रहा, promotion के time आ जाएगा. He was charge sheeted, ED. He was to be director of a company. When I saw that, when I joined CVO, I was specially posted. After 5 years, nobody gives you ONGC laterally like this, because they had some problem, they set up a committee and selected me. Because I had given the ISO, first ISO in vigilance in India history in 1999. You can come and see my books. It's not hidden job. And CVO, Chief Vigilance Commissioner, Mr. Giri, go ahead, go on. Others were, Mr. Shankaran was also there, Vittal was there. Vittal circulated this. Therefore, and then I wrote to the ministry, wrote to the CVC, turned that inquiry down, cleared him. He became a director. He was in public saying, here my post is. Where is another case? One senior manager was charge sheeted with assistant manager. Actually, the ED had given the orders. He was charge sheeted, and these people were exonerated. That is ethics. In your promotions, maximum the problem comes because writing SCR, downgrading SCR, keeping inquiries pending, mooting inquiries at the time of. मैं practical बात कह रहा हूँ, इसको समझ लो. और CBI का एग्रीस्ट लिस्ट में चला गया और दुनिया भर के होता रहता है. इसी से ही मोरल मरता है. Favorable postings, I'm telling you, I mean CBI experience of 10 years now. Favorable postings to undeserving people, and deserving people not getting a favorable posting, and the children cannot have education even they want. I've seen all that. Therefore, Mr. Vittal is to send all the CVOs that joined in all companies, 5-6 groups to we addressed by me at the time. And when the banking sector bana na, hum log usme the. Me, Mr. Bhurelal was Secretary of Vigilance Commission. Again, the humanness of it. If your people won't get promotion in time, place posting in time, a share in time, correct a share, initiating a review, accepting it, that is the horrible lack of ethics which won't give motivations. Many people must suffer. Mind you another thing, vigilance, me. Company work means risk taking. पुलिस का डर हुआ तो कंपनी नहीं चलता. Risk जब take करेंगे, mind you my friends, the word risk means it can be good, it can be bad. All the directors here. You have to take risk. If you don't take risk, your company won't project. You have to take risk. Risk means not, why you call it risk? Because it may fail also. If you are taking the correct initiative, at right mens area, a risk, but it fails, he need not be punished the way you punished others. That was my SSC view. You have to take care of it, or your board of directors, or your audit goes. See whether that man who did the job. Many of the people have got harassed in corporations, have been taking a risk and done a good job. Something goes wrong, they are punished. Are you agreeing with me? That is what one of the things you have to take care. Next. Nepotism. Relatives, distant, or I've got many relatives of mine here. I would name them. Almost at GM levels. Nepotism. Your own relatives, friend. That is one thing. Please understand, nobody is more intelligent than anybody else. सबको पता है क्या होता है, बोल नहीं पाते बात है. बोल नहीं पाते हैं, और यहाँ पर बड़ा important role आता है GM group को. My thinking of administration is, our हम CBG के administration है वो डमरू बसता है. My interpretation. Damburu administration of PSU. What is Damburu administration? ऊपर बोर्ड, नीचे बाकी सब ऑफिसर बोर्ड, बीच में जो गर्दन पकड़ा है वो GM DGM डमरू. ऊपर के ऑर्डर को नीचे कैसे लाएंगे, क्या इंटरप्रेट कराएंगे, इनका ग्रीवेंसेस को कैसे ऊपर पहुंचाएंगे, वो जो मैनिपुलेशन बीच का है डमरू भाई. So we all have a डमरू. That group is most responsible. That group is the most responsible. I define it as the oligarchy group of corporation and government. Wherever French Revolution, the king went, Bolshevik Revolution, the Tsar went, they had a coterie of people in the middle. I call the oligarchy group, not democratic or dictatorial, who played the main game. Everybody. Think over, Badi Babu. So, this group is very important. They are very potential, mighty. All the ethics standards should first come from them in exhibit area. I know which area I know what to do. Now, I am coming to one more point. I can go on speaking on anything. I had made a test of what happened to 13 people who are charge sheeted in a company, and 2 cases went to CBI on their family. This is my human point, which I love to say. What happens if the CBI raid happens in somebody's house to his family? Think. While doing deviations, if you are caught, somebody, or father is suspended in a company, what all happens? That pain will not come. What happens with the wife? मुंह नहीं दिखा सकती. Like IOC had 7 refineries with citizen, you have got 2 places. इफ ए एम्प्लॉय इज चार्जशीटेड और CBI रेड हो गया, बाहर को आता है, उसका वाइफ मुंह नहीं दिखा सकती, बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जाते, उनका साइकोलॉजी दब जाता है. In one case of a very senior officer, the daughter committed suicide. Are we thinking that our unethical behavior has a potentiality of killing our family? I've seen as many cases. I took up case. What happens with these people who are charge sitting? मैं तो जिसको चार्ज शीट भी करता उसको मैं लंच खिलाता था. As a human being, he is not failing. He is wrong for that point, but a human being, he is not failing, so don't look down upon, because anybody can fail. तो जो आदमी पैसा लिया था वो पैसा दिया नहीं, जिसके नाम में प्रॉपर्टी बनी थी वो खा गया और हड़काए कि बेटा गवाह बन जाएंगे. दो जगह पर शादी था, टूट गया. 3 जगह बच्चे फेल हो गए. एक लड़की सुसाइड कर गई, बीबी को डिप्रेशन हो गया, और इनको प्रमोशन सब कुछ गया, आगे प्रमोट नहीं हो सकते, ट्रांसफर अननोन प्लेस हो गया, जूनियर सीनियर बन गया. अनएथिकल होने से जो इंडिविजुअल को इफेक्ट कभी कभी होता है, भगवान करे ना हो, पर मैं एक्सपीरियंस से बोल सकता हूं, CBO में एग्री विथ मी, दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. टेक केयर. योर लाइफ इज ए टोटल थिंग अप टू योर डेथ, not only your service. Calculate that out of conduct from now till that point कि नौकरी जाने के बाद इंक्वायरी पीछे पड़ी हुई है, घर में रेडिंग हो रहा है. That is absolutely unintelligent behavior. नौकरी छोड़ते जाते हैं तो कुछ मार के ले गए, फिर क्या होगा पकड़ेंगे तो. मैं देखा बड़े बड़े ऑप्शंस I've seen, जो दुर्दशा इनको लोग हो रही है जिंदगी में, आप नहीं समझ सकते. So take care for your future protection. This is my message. Be ethical, whether corporation or individuals. कि फ्यूचर को देखो, नौकरी जब नहीं होगा, जब बाहर में चलोगे, जो फेथफुल आज लग रहे हैं करप्शन में, वो फेथफुल नहीं रहेंगे, नहीं रहेंगे. कौन पूछेगा ना, ला पिला दे साकिया पैमाने के बाद, बात मतलब की करेंगे होश में आने के बाद, है ना. वो कहते पर आज क्यों है बेरुखी, पहले तुम मिलती थी, आज क्यों. कौन पूछेगा तुझे हुस्न ढलने के बाद. आज तक कल तक थी मेरी जरूरत, आज क्यों है बेरुखी. पूछ रहे कौन पूछेगा तुझे हुस्न ढल जाने के बाद. ये होता नौकरी जाने के जो हुस्न ढल जाती है तो कोई पूछता नहीं है, कोई पूछता नहीं है. एंड अनदर थिंग, लेट मी टेल यू, knowledge updation is necessary very much. Knowledge updation right people को देना चाहिए. That should increase, because today artificial intelligence is coming. Your ethical standard of IU will come separate. मुझे कल कोई आदमी बड़े नासमझ बोल रहे थे कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एथिकल वैल्यू. मैं को व्हाट डज दैट मीन यार. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आपने बनाया, आपका ब्रेन ने बनाया, आपने ऐसे बनाया कि उसमें अनएथिकल हो सकता है. It is a human being who has not controlled the unethical thing system because of profit they are using it. और कहते वो unethical है. It is not that the machine is unethical or robot is unethical. Unethical is the brain which has created it. We have the controlling mechanism at this stage as human beings. Can't we do it a little more? Take care. I'm telling you, put your people in the artificial intelligence group in training fast. Before you can understand, you will be swiped away. See, today, business says you have to run as fast as you can. Today's business says you have to run as fast as you can, even to stay where you are. Underline. You have to run as fast as you can, even to stay where you are. So, it has to be competitive. You are number one in India, but that's not sufficient. I mean, dissatisfaction is the sign of progress, and satisfaction is never the sign of progress. And very critical issues are coming. अभी ONGC के रिग होते हैं, वो रिग बैठता है, हम हेलीकॉप्टर सभा में जाते हैं, वो 3 किलोमीटर तक छेद कर करके जाता है ऑयल रखने के लिए. वो 150 डिग्री 35 डिग्री हम बैठ के देखते हैं क्या हो रहा है नीचे.
दाएं থেকে अब रिग जो बैठता है नीचे वहां पर पेंटिंग हुआ नहीं हुआ सीपीओ कैसे कर ले पानी के अंदर घुसे very critical. Another very interesting thing I saw, CBO has to be very overtime, well, busy fellow. One ship came in ONGC to Paradip port. I love this company. I was part of them, let me tell you. They never took me CBO. No. Our HR brother is there. He was there when tsunami came. What were we doing at the time? We were saving them. I was empowered by the board to talk with the Odisha government. They didn't, all pani 99 में मैं स्वस्ति होटल में बैठ के सैटेलाइट मेरे पास था, ये थे पारादीप में DGM 10 दिन बैठा, पेट्रोलियम का डीजल प्राइस बढ़ गया, पैराफिन प्राइस बढ़ गया, सेल्स टैक्स में गवर्नमेंट से बात कर गोमांगो थे डीजे थे उसको सेट करा, पेट्रोल गाड़ी लगा के लाइक एन SP पेट्रोल पंप पे 5-5 लीटर में बेचा हो फॉर द कंपनी, नॉट ए CBO, बिकॉज ए ह्यूमन फैक्टर. जब ह्यूमन फैक्टर आता है वहां पर रैंक फैंक कुछ नहीं करता है कंपनी में. दैट इज ऑर्गेनिक. आई नो बिजनेस टू डू दैट. विदाउट मी तो होता भी नहीं उस समय में. वो नहीं हो, दैट इज ऑर्गेनिक. एंड सेकेंडली लेट मी टेल यू, बहुत प्रकार के लोग आते हैं, तुम ऑब्जर्व कितने करते हो. कोई आया नौकरी करने आपके यहाँ पर, उसको वो आ गया, आप उसको ऑब्जर्व करोगे तभी वो आपको बेस्ट रिजल्ट देगा. आप ऑब्जर्व नहीं करोगे वो दे नहीं सकता. यू कीप योर साइड लाइन्स, दैट विल नॉट हैपन. दे माय एडवाइस टू द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर. बाकी तो सब हो, फाइनेंस का ये हुआ उसको वो सब कुछ है नहीं, रेगुलर पढ़ते रहोगे हैकनीड थिंग्स. देन something called anticipated corruption. Man, if I give so much money and come to this range, so this much money recovered in 2 years by taking bribe from there. I got one fellow who very honestly told me he had done anticipated corruption. Anticipated corruption यहाँ पर जाएगा वहाँ करेगा तो हो जाएगा. मैं इसके एक मजाक बात कहता हूँ. कोई एक सिलेक्शन बोर्ड हाईएस्ट लेवल के, आई वॉज स्पेशलिस्ट होते, बोर्ड में स्पेशलिस्ट कोई होते हैं, चेयरमैन होता है, स्पेशलिस्ट पुलिस स्पेशलिस्ट समथिंग, मैं बोलूँगा नहीं. गवर्नमेंट एक सज्जन आए इंटरव्यू में एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की, भाई साहब आप कौन है? वो चिता फिता काटे, धोती पोती पहने, गंगा जल दिए टाइप्स. ओके, आप कैसे आए हैं? ना हम अपियर करके बोर्ड के आगे, ना हम ये बनना चाहते हैं. आपका एजुकेशन क्या है? ना लॉ है. अच्छा लॉ है, तो लॉ आपने कब पास किया? पिछले 5 साल पहले. तो क्या कर रहे थे? ऐसा प्रैक्टिस थोड़ा बहुत कर रहा था. ये मैंने गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट सर्विस टाइप का. तो क्या आप किस एक्ट से लॉयर बने? हाँ साहब एक है एडवोकेट्स एक्ट है. हम लॉयर बन गए. बोले वो पहले था कि प्रैक्टिस करोगे, सर्टिफिकेशन होगा तभी तुम प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो एल्डर से. इन्होंने किसी किया नहीं था. हमने कोई आपने करा किससे? सीनियर आदमी से. करा नहीं हमने करा. पर कैसे आप प्रैक्टिस करें? सब ले देकर सब ठीक कर लिए. क्या करें? ले देकर सब हो गया. बढ़िया भाई. ये जो थ्योरी है कि ले देकर सब ठीक करेंगे. माइंड यू, दिस इज द इंडोनेशियन वैरायटी ऑफ करप्शन. आई विल टेल यू द 3-4 टाइप्स ऑफ एबरेशंस इन एथिक्स. तो उसको पूछा गया, बताए आपके, बोला मैं 307 केस में बेल कराया हूँ. व्हाट इज द बेस्ट अचीवमेंट? 307 अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर. हमने कहा बताओ भाई, सुने कैसे मर्डर करा? मैं कहा इसमें तो बेल मिलती नहीं, आपने कैसे करा? कहला ले दे के कर लिए. तो चेयरमैन बिगड़ गए कि भाई आप अगर यहाँ बैठ के बोर्ड के आगे कोई ले दे के कर लिए तो कौन लेगा? कहते साहब चिंता ना करे, ले दे के कर लेंगे. हाइट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस. बोर्ड बैठी है, बोर्ड को सपोजिंग बोर्ड इज सिटिंग, एम्प्लॉय से सर चिंता आपने मत करे, ले दे के कर ही लेंगे. सो ये तो ले दे के कर देंगे, ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है. हम दिस अनएथिकल शॉर्टकट्स, अनएथिकल शॉर्टकट्स है ये पहले शुरू होता है जब एम्प्लॉय आता है अपने बच्चे के लिए कलम कागज उठाता है, पेन लेता है, स्याही ले जाता है कंपनी से पढ़ाने के लिए. It starts from the minimal. Be sure of it. मिनिमल करप्शन कहाँ से शुरू होता है? देन ग्रेजुएट्स उसका भी उम्र दराज मांग कर लाए थे चार्ज इन टाइप्स. उसका उम्र बढ़ता है, उसके साथ एक्सपर्टाइज बढ़ जाता है. डोंट टेक फॉर ग्रांटेड. टुडे विथ इंटरनेट लाइक दिस, बड़ा एंटिसिपेटेड चीजें में, it is better to be incompetent to be corrupt. You have other places to show your competence. But some people want to show their competence to be corrupt. it is better to show incompetence. So, my friends, national building is the cause. Aluminum, as I again said, is a established company. In fact, I am feeling very proud it is in Odisha. I am very proud. मतलब हरी भल्ला ओडिशा रह चुका कि sorry, just little sentence. Odisha is culture. Odisha is culture. And you must have seen the cultural aspects. And you all must be feeling very nice. I had a wish to someday to visit Damanjodi. I couldn't go. I haven't seen your Anugul के पास में है ना? Anugul के पास है आप लोगों का main township. I have not seen it. So, your international competition is important, no more national existence. International competence, competition is important. Today we are going global. There is a need of India in certain aspects, and you being the biggest in Asia in some aspects, should come up with newer ideas. 3 things to be done, if I say. One is artificial intelligence training, updating to protect yourself. Number 2 is going international to compete with others, not be satisfied where you are. And third is raising the quality of life of the students and the children. Because your perception about your company and the next generation is different. That perception, the ethical perception, has to be matched with the next generations. I'm very happy, all must believe me, we are online. So in my group only there are a few thousand by now. I'm feeling very much at home with you. Again I said, I don't want to talk like this. Report is a very good, well written report, but not my fun. I will end with one little story that I have told 2-3 times. I addressed the National Human Rights Commission 2 months back, full commission. How do you understand human rights? You say human rights about women, human rights of child labor, they were human rights. What is human rights? Is it sympathy or a little more than that? I was giving the example of a little girl sitting by a roadside. In Bhubaneswar, a little girl is crying, sitting by a roadside, here only, and all of you pass by. What is your reaction? Most of us pass by, see, and pass by. It doesn't generate much reaction. Maybe a floating reaction. Somebody comes and gives it a roti and passes by. अपने टिफिन का से निकाल के दे दिया, चला गया. Third person comes, gives it 10 rupees, 15 rupees. Gives. But that's not enough. When he was asked, somebody asked, wrote this, भाई तुम हिंदू मुसलमान हो? वो बोला मैं हिंदू हो. तुम बंगाली हो बिहारी हो? अरे बिहारी और बंगाली और बिहारी. She says, I'm hungry. Are you Bengali or Bihari? She says, I'm hungry. And that is the cause, empathy. Now, when I further examined this case, I found one, not to be in खाना ना मिले भूखमरी नहीं हो ह्यूमन राइट्स है स्टेट के लिए. बट जब देखा गया ये बच्चे क्यों बैठे, ना स्कूल से निकाल दी गई. भाई स्कूल से क्यों निकाल दी गई ना, इसलिए बाकी बाप पैसा नहीं दे दिया पाया। इसके बाप क्यों नहीं दे पाया कि जिस लेबरर जिस साथ काम कर रहा था वो लेबर एक्ट वायलेशन में उसको भगा दिया। तो सीरीज ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स, इसको खाना नहीं, भूखमरी, बच्चा भूखा नहीं बच सकता। उसके बाप को स्कूल में निकाल दिया कि बाप पैसा नहीं दे पाए, स्कूल नहीं निकाल सकते अंडर सर्टेन रूल्स, ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन। उसको बाप को लेबर एक्ट से निकाल दिया वायलेशन में, वो भी हो गया। तो where do you go it? The chain of aberrations are coming. It comes in many people. I seen as post disease, corona, how people have suffered. I hope you people have suffered less because you did a good job. I know you're a good job. I will examine your situation. So better keep these values. I welcome the values you have kept. But please understand what you don't have competitors. That itself is a positive and a negative value. If you don't have competitors, you're supposed to be, you set standards, you think everybody is correct, and that's not the point. You review in relation to other companies abroad and also come up with the latest. I'm with you as a friend. I can help whatever you like as personal capacity, and I'm capable of many things in all fields. Thank you, Mr. Joshi, and thank you, Sanjay Leah, whatever you are listening there. I had given a time. I have spoken for 32 minutes or 33 minutes. I set my time. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for all coming and joining me. Jai Shri Jagannath.
May I request you to please give a standing ovation to Guruji for such an amazing Foundation Day lecture, for taking us through the nitty-gritties of management and putting it in such a lucid manner. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of the NALCO collective, we would like to felicitate Guruji for his kind presence, sparing his valuable time and sharing his thoughts. I would like to request on stage Director of Finance, Shri Ramesh Chandra Joshi ji, along with all other directors to please come on stage. Director of Commercial, Shri Sadasiv Samantray, Director of Production, Shri Pankaj Sharma, Director PNT, Shri Jagdish Arora, Director HR, Dr. Tapas Kumar Patnaik, Independent Director, Shri Sanjay Ramlal Patel, and CVO, Shri Pranab Jyoti Nath to please come on stage. And on behalf of the NALCO collective, we would like to present a small token of love wrapped with lot of gratitude for Guruji. Was coming to the end of this wonderful morning, and I'd like to request Dr. Tapas Kumar Patnaik, Director HR, to formally present the vote of thanks.
Most respected Guruji, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy sir, Director of Finance on DIAS, and other Board of Directors of NALCO and CBO, former CMDs and directors, guests from various industries, government officials, all employees and former employees of NALCO, press and media personnel, and other associates present here. A very good afternoon to all of you and happy Foundation Day I feel privileged to propose the vote of thanks today in this August function. On behalf of NALCO, I would like to extend our deep gratitude to Guruji, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy sir, for sparing his valuable time and grace the function to deliver the Foundation Day lecture, sir. As we begin with a new year, this lecture proves as a Godspeed for NALCOnians to inculcate the best of ethical practices in our commitments towards the company and for our day-to-day actions, sir. I express my sincere gratitude towards Guruji for setting the path of the year 2025 for the NALCOian in the finest way possible. It's heartening to note that having a deep sense of belongingness to the company, many former CMDs, directors, and other NALCOnians are with us today. We always say, once a NALCOnian, forever NALCOian. I, on behalf of NALCO and on my personal behalf, reciprocate your feelings with equal warmth and vigor. I thank all of you for your august presence in this function. We are thankful to the guests from various industries, government machineries, academic institutions, media, and our NALCO collective as a whole for attending this function and making it a grand success. I am thankful towards the members of collectives, that is our association and unions across the NALCO family, and all employees for their participation in this particular function. A special thanks to our stakeholders and the media persons for marking another eventful day in the history of the company. I also sincerely acknowledge my appreciation of the efforts put on by our organizing staff for making this annual event a grand success. Thank you once again, one and all. Jai Hind, Jai NALCO.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। कार्यक्रम के आखिरी पड़ाव में हैं और मैं सबसे अनुरोध करूंगा अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं राष्ट्रगान के लिए। प्लीज राइज फॉर द नेशनल एंथम।
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Jai Hind. With this, we come to the end of this foundational lecture. We invite all of you to please join for lunch. Thank you. Namaskar.